3 hours married, and I gave my new wife's father a black eye in front of 200 people. Yeah, I know how that sounds. Every time I say it out loud, I still shake my head like I'm talking about somebody else. But it was me. It was my wedding, and it happened faster than I could think my way out of it. I remember that day like it's burned into my memory. One of those perfect American afternoons where everything looks too clean, too bright, like the world is trying to convince you nothing can go wrong. My suit didn't fit right, my collar was choking me, and I kept telling myself it was just nerves. Everybody says weddings feel like that. You're just nervous. Back then, I thought I was stepping into the happiest moment of my life. I was standing there thinking I had finally done something right for once. My bride was smiling like she knew something I didn't, and I guess she did. The ceremony went fine, beautiful even. People clapped, hugged, took pictures like we were building a memory nobody was allowed to mess up. I should have known life doesn't respect plans like that. The reception started off normal, too. Food, music, laughter bouncing off the walls. I was shaking hands, trying to remember names, trying not to spill anything on myself. Her family was intense, polite, but watching me like I was something that needed to be measured and judged. And then her father showed up in my space more and more as the night went on. At first it was small things, a comment here, a look there, the kind of pressure you feel more than you hear. I told myself I was imagining it. I wanted peace that day more than anything. But I remember the moment everything changed. It wasn't even one big explosion. It was a buildup of little humiliations, little jabs, all stacking up while I smiled through it like a fool trying to keep his wedding intact. I was already tired, already overwhelmed, and somewhere in me something cracked when I realized I wasn't being welcomed into anything. I was being tested, like I had to earn my place in a family that had already decided I didn't belong. I still can't believe how fast anger can travel through a human body when it finally finds a way out. 1 second I was standing there holding a drink, trying to laugh something off. The next second I was moving without thinking. I didn't plan it. I didn't debate it. It was like my body made the decision before my brain could file an objection. The room didn't go quiet right away. That's the strange part people don't tell you. In moments like that, the world doesn't pause. It stutters. Faces shift. Someone laughs nervously because they think it might be a joke. Then reality catches up. And when it did, everything went silent in a way I can still hear. I remember the shock more than anything else. My own shock. Standing there thinking, what did I just do? This is my wedding day. This is supposed to be the start of everything good. I saw people frozen. I saw my wife's face change in a way I never wanted to see again in my life. And I saw her father holding his face, not with drama, not with exaggeration, but with disbelief, like he couldn't decide if the moment was real. Security came fast, too fast, hands pulling people apart, voices rising, chairs scraping, the whole elegant evening turning into chaos in seconds. And then came the walk that I will never forget, not out of the building, but through my own thoughts. That slow realization that no matter what I believed I was defending, I had crossed a line I couldn't uncross. The wedding didn't end that night. It collapsed. People left early. Photos never got finished. The music stopped mid-song and never recovered. It was like the celebration had been unplugged from reality. Years later, people still bring it up, not always with judgment, sometimes with disbelief, sometimes with a nervous laugh like they're checking if the story has changed. It hasn't. But here's the part that age made me understand. I used to think that moment was about anger, about disrespect, about pride. But looking back now, it was about something simpler and uglier. I didn't know how to stand my ground without losing control of myself. That's the part I had to live with, not the punch, not the embarrassment, but the fact that I let one moment define something that was supposed to last a lifetime. I didn't just hurt a man that day. I damaged the beginning of something I claimed to care about. And if there's anything I learned sitting with that memory over all these years, it's this. You don't get to choose every moment that tests you, but you do choose what kind of man you are when the pressure finally finds your breaking point. I still think about that wedding sometimes, not because I miss how it ended, but because I wish I had the wisdom back then that I earned too late. Some lessons don't come gently. Some come with silence after a room full of people stops believing in you at the same time. And you don't forget that kind of silence.